Well, I just got to say, just turn around and pat yourselves on the back. Don't break your arm doing it. But this is tremendous. This is the kind of activity that we want to see on the streets in Omaha. So this is really a testament to where we want to be in the future. I want to say thank you for all of you coming out. Welcome to this Heyday and Mayday. This is an awesome community-led community meeting. We want to do more of these in the future. The city also wants to offer our sincere thanks to the following groups and agencies for your engagement in the TMP process that's been going on for the last 2 years and tonight's activities. The Centers for Disease Control and Public Works for the funding that made this study possible, the Transportation Master Plan, the Douglas County Health Department, and Live Well Omaha as our partners to do this update. MAPA and Metro, I want to thank you for partnering with us on these endeavors. All the committee members, advisory group members, and other participants and volunteers who have made this day possible and the approval of the TMP possible in the future, right? I want to also say a special thanks to MoChip for organizing tonight's event. This is awesome. Congratulations on an event well done. Also want to offer the city's appreciation to all sponsors, all exhibitors, and participants here tonight. It is my pleasure to introduce to you very quickly, I'm going to keep it simple, introduce the mayor, the Honorable James Suttle, to make comments about tonight's activities.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Isn't Omaha the greatest place to be? Are you ready to make it even better? What do you think of this format? Isn't this better than a gymnasium someplace? We are committed in my administration to gain input into what we're doing in our planning for this city, no matter how we have to do it. And so this is a great venue. I want to thank you for coming out. Thank you for participating in this process as we put together the transportation plan element to our comprehensive plan. This is important for us today. It's important to set the plan on where we're going to the future for current generations, but more importantly, for you and the future generations. Thank you for being here. Make sure you participate in all the surveys. Get your friends and others to get online. We truly want to have this as a community plan telling us what we need to do to enhance all the modes of transportation so we can become Omaha, the city of the 21st century. God bless you. And now here's Todd Pfitzer.
All right, the mayor asked me if I could present or prepare visual aids for this. So I am your visual aid. You can't see the picture. The picture is of me in a suit. This is the first time I have ever addressed a public meeting like this, not in a suit. So, the first picture is of me in a suit. The second picture is of some Olympic cyclist dressed head to toe in Lycra. So the visual aid part of this is, me in a suit is how I normally do business. The person in the head to toe Lycra is how a lot of you out there would like me to look at this city. So, give me just 1 second. Okay? This, for those of you who can't read it, says National Bike Summit, which I was fortunate enough to attend this last year. So this is the compromise. This is it. Okay? So that's your visual aid. That's where our plan hopefully is going. So I hope that was worth the effort. All right, very quickly. As your city engineer, I do want to address some things. This is not the same city that we had 40 years ago. We are changing. We are being forced to change. We have planning and designing our roads, trying to make them safer for pedestrians and bicyclists. We have Carlos Morales at the city now, our pedestrian bicycle coordinator, to help the engineers look at things differently. We are going to try to focus on providing some travel choices and things like that. While we plan for tomorrow's city, we must also confront the challenges that stand between us and that best possible future. As you all know, development patterns. where the new stuff goes that requires cars and transportation and access. Traffic congestion, that seems to increase. We have to deal with that at the same time we deal with mode split. And the rising obesity and the health reasons we're all here, and that's what really got my attention, frankly, and made me want to work real hard on this. So very quickly, I mean, we're hoping for infill, for more compact development, for increased transportation options while still remaining and maintaining our existing streets in repair. Development of infrastructure supporting supporting active transportation options. That's what we're all about here. So I want you to understand that we're looking harder at projects that have multiple benefits, that can serve multiple users and do things like that. The average Omaha street life cycle is about 10 to 12 years. That's how long an asphalt overlay street lasts. The average rate for us to repair those right now, unfortunately, is about 56 years. So that explains why we have some pothole issues after a severe winter like we had a couple of years ago. And it also explains why we can't just continue to build more and more new roads to the west. And we're trying to look at things to do with infill. So those are all things Public Works is working on. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you being here. And now for the main presentation.
Thanks, Mayor, for your support, Todd. One thing I want to do is I want to acknowledge a couple of people. Is Councilman Jerem still here? Where are you? Yeah, he's here somewhere, so say hi to him. He's a great supporter. Also, NRD board member Jim Thompson is here. Brought his bike. Where are you, Jim? There he is, right there. Okay. I may have missed somebody, not on purpose. I do want to acknowledge Planning Department staff, Derek Miller, who's the project manager. Chad over there is the assistant director. We've got a bunch of other planning staff, a bunch of people from the sustainability office, important people making a difference. From the mayor's office, we've got a couple people up front. Connie Spellman with Omaha by Design, a group that's had a great impact on this city in the past, still working to do so in the future. Connie, thanks for coming. The city of Omaha has become a quality of life leader in our country. Did you hear what I said? The city of Omaha has become a quality of life leader in our country. This is evidenced by rankings. Absolutely. This is evidenced by number 1, number 2, the top 10, top 5 rankings across this country. It's important that we take steps now then to determine how we will accommodate growth in the future in the most economic and strategic manner to protect and maintain our quality of life in the future. Our transportation infrastructure is an important asset in this regard, both in terms of enabling our current residents to have access to all of Omaha that they want to have access to now and into the future, and in accommodating new residents in the future. The city of Omaha has been engaged in a 2-year process that's ending right now to review our existing transportation systems, that's all modes, and update our vision for the future. This update, the Transportation Master Plan, will continue to be part of our comprehensive master plan, which is a living and interactive document that outlines our vision for the city in the future. In general, our transportation infrastructure system is good and it is effective and functional. However, it's under pressure. It's under pressure to accommodate longer trips, more trips, and we're under pressure to maintain that system of our roadways and our structures. Today, and this is interesting information, 1/3 of our residents right now in the city of Omaha can't drive. That's the elderly and the children. Some of them shouldn't drive, but they do because they don't have an option. That's not children necessarily, but 20% of our population can't drive. They can't afford to drive. And with the trends being what they are, moving into the future, over the next 5 years, that total could be 65% of the residents of our city who can't or can't afford to drive. We must plan and have a vision for a city with those kinds of numbers. The Transportation Master Plan promotes a community vision for a balanced, equitable transportation system that supports safe and livable neighborhoods, financial prosperity, and a healthy environment for all. Those are key goals and a key vision for the future. It's all about moving people, giving people a safe choice as to their mode of transportation, whether that's walking, biking, transit, or driving your car. So since we know that the population of Omaha is projected to grow to by 130,000 in the next 25 years, we must strategically provide for greater capacity within a well-maintained transportation infrastructure, better connected streets and neighborhoods, and mobility choice. And that's all so that Omahans can continue to enjoy the quality of life that we've developed here so far. Strategically leveraging our existing resources and those that you might give us in the future will help us make this city better for our children so they can safely walk or bike to school, and allow anyone to go to the neighborhood grocery store or park safely, either by bike or by foot or by public transit. It also gives older Omahans a way to remain productive and social because they have transportation options, and drivers can enjoy shorter commute times due to reduced congestion. Stay informed, stay educated, and for, I almost said God's sake, stay engaged with Omaha's upcoming transportation-related projects by visiting the Planning Department's communication platform website, movingomaha.org. Excuse me, or you can get updates by liking Moving Omaha on Facebook, at Moving Omaha on Twitter. Want to remind you to fill out your survey at the MAPA table. Want to thank you again for coming tonight. Thank you for praying for the thunderstorms to wait till later.